Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and you're welcome again to our YouTube channel where we discuss issues relating to our day-to-day health challenges and how to resolve them practically. You will remember that in our last edition we mentioned that we are going to be discussing factors that usually lead to depletion of vibrational frequency of the organs. And we have mentioned one, which I described as disobedience to the law of homogeneity. Today, we are picking the second one, which I am also going to describe as disobedience to the law of individuality. How do I mean by that? Yes. We are all familiar with the popular axiom that says, one man's food is another man's poison. Meaning, what is good for Mr. A may actually be bad for Mr. B. And that is a fact. But we often disregard this particular law, and that is why sometimes some of these organs run at a very low frequency. There are no two human beings that are the same. Nature, like I always say, is perfect. And because we are different in our different natures, that is why nature also gives us varieties. If you go to the storehouse of nature, you are going to see different type of fruits, tubers, and so on and so forth. Meaning that a particular person is not supposed to consume all of them. There are some that are homogeneous to your blood presentation, and there are some that are not homogeneous to your blood presentation. If you eat anyone that is not homogeneous to your blood presentation, either from ignorance or deliberately, it's only natural there will be a kind of contraindication. And what will then happen? A depletion of the vibration of the already existing organ. Now, how do we know this particular food that we are supposed to stay away from? If you remember very vividly, we mentioned at our first factor that those food that are not directly from the farm, that is synthetic food, are the ones responsible for depleting the radiation of the organs. Now today, we are discussing another aspect. This time around, these foods, they are actually from the farm, they are from nature, but in this case, they are not homogeneous to the presentation of individual or the person concerned's blood. Now, how do you now identify that this particular food is good for me or this is not good for me? Because the truth is, there are some people that pineapple is not good for them. And this same pineapple is like medicine in another person's body. There are some people, if they dare take orange, it's going to cause a very serious depletion of radiational frequency. Meanwhile, there are some people taking orange boosts the immune system and enrich what is so-called vitamin C. So, how do we identify this? Ideally, had it been we live our life normally as a human being should live, in which case our intuition is very, very perfect, then we won't have any problem identifying this organ. Because normally, when you hold a particular fruit or food item in your hand, you will sense the vibration and then you will know whether it is good for you or it is not good for you. But unfortunately, we have lived our life in such a way that our intuition has become so dull, so weak, that we can no longer vibrate or radiate or identify this particular food item that are usually not good for us. Now, way forward, or way out rather. Thanks to science, thanks to medical science, there is this equipment that can actually assist in detecting which food is good for your blood presentation and which one is not good for the blood presentation. It's called the bioscan equipment. But there is also a documented property. I mean, there are so many books already written on this particular theory, which identify which food is good for particular blood group and which one is not good for particular blood group. Now, this is my field, this is my profession. Practically speaking, I can tell you that more than 90% of this food identification is very correct. For instance, are you aware that if you are blood group O, you are not supposed to take catfish? If you are blood group O, orange is not good for your blood. If you are blood group O, you are supposed to stay away from cucumber. If you are blood group O, what do you call it? Cayenne pepper is excellent for you. and so forth. Because I don't want this video to be too long, I just want to make it emphatically clear that one of the reasons why our organs radiation drop below normal is when we eat food that are not compatible to our blood presentation. You can drop your blood group in the description video below so that we can respond to you by sending the list of those foods that are not good for your blood. Or you can call any of the number you see on the screen, or send message, preferably SMS or WhatsApp, to any of the number you see on the screen and telling us your blood group. We are going to forward to you those foods that are not good for your blood. This is like a service of humanity, and if sincerely you can follow it, you'll be shocked that there are even some health challenges that you are going through and you think it's a big deal. By the time you stay from all this food, you'll be shocked that they will just disappear. And that is why I say, if you can uphold the law of individuality, some of these diseases will naturally pack their pack and packages and disappear. We are going to be stopping here today, and as usual, I remain yours sincerely, Dr. Onipinsaiye-Davies. Do not forget to subscribe, do not forget to like and share if you find this content beautiful or useful. Thank you very much, and see you next time.